Too many days in the darkness without a glimpse of the light. Running tired and broken and scared, but I swear I'll never give up the fight. I see you broken and beat, head pulled down over your eyes.
Tension out of those overworked muscles.
Every part of you wants to surrender, but darling, you
You
were
can
meant
switch
to
sides, do
survive.
whatever you feel most comfortable with
With
to get rid of
every
that possible
start,
strain that's been working out
we
throughout the
are
day.
born again. Open your heart
You guys
Spend
just
this time
breathe in and breathe out throughout this whole process.
with
And if at any time during this workout you feel you need to take a break, take that break and listen to your body throughout the entire time.
open your heart.
We have 20 more seconds here, and then we're going to go into some arm rolls. Make sure you get that last bit of strain out your neck because it's a common strain, especially when we look at the computer all day. And 3, 2, 1, let's go into some arm rolls forward. You want to start warming up those shoulders for when we're working on our core and
Just
plank.
like a seed in a garden.
And then we're going to start going backwards in 3, 2, 1. Let's go backwards. If you want, you can start shaking your legs out by jumping up and down on those toes. And then we're going to go some bigger circles in 3, 2, 1. Let's go bigger and forward. Really roll out those shoulders because they can take some possible strain now in this workout. And let's warm them up. Make sure you're breathing in and out during this entire warm-up and getting that heart rate starting to elevate. And go backwards now. Take these a little bit slower because you're making a bigger movement, so we don't want to put any possible extra strain. And in 3, 2, 1, let's go into some knee hugs. And you're going to start feeling that stretch in your glutes and in your hip flexors, and start working those muscles. You guys, I bet are looking awesome. We're starting to challenge our balance here, so if anytime you feel a little wobbly, just hold on to something next to you. And if there's nothing there, start bracing that core so that we can get a better at balancing. If you want during this, we can start going a little bit faster and getting into some high knees and get that cardio up. But if not, just go back into your knee hugs. We have 20 more seconds here. Make sure you're really tightening up here so we can get that stretch. 10 more seconds. And now, in 3, 2, 1, let's go into some marching and twisting. I want your hands right here above your head, not pulling on your neck so we don't put strain there. Just here so we can have a target from elbow to knee. It's okay if you don't reach it. I just want to make sure you're getting that contraction right here in your core. And start warming up those muscles for this 30-minute workout. We're halfway done with these, and then we're going to be going into an inchworm on our mat. So if you want, you can start getting your mat ready. If not, continue with these, and we're going to go in there in about 20 more seconds. Keep at it. I bet you guys are looking awesome. Starting to get that heart rate up and starting to feel a little bit of sweat, because you know I am. And we got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now for the inchworm, you want to go to the end of your mat and start crawling your way out into a plank. Holding it for a second and then coming right back up. Feeling that stretch in your hamstrings. And then of course, holding it to feel it in your core. We're gonna be here for 30 more seconds, and then we're gonna start with our workout. So really pay attention on stretching those hamstring and engaging those core. You're almost there. Hold it here for a second and then come right back up. We're almost there. We have 15 more seconds here, and then we're gonna take a little break and while I explain the first set. And in 3, 2, 1, relax. Good job. Take a drink of water if you need it while I explain this first set. We're gonna be doing 3 workouts and we're gonna be repeating it twice in this first set. The first move is called a plank jack. So we're gonna be in our plank, and then you're gonna be jacking your feet out and in, out and in. The next move is what I like to call penguin touches. We're gonna go onto our backs, and then we're gonna be touching the sides of our heels from side to side. The last move is what I like to call ski abs, which is again in the plank position, and we're gonna be jumping from side to side, like if we're skiing with just our lower body. And this is our cardio circuit, so put it all you got and let's get started. This circuit's gonna be 30 seconds with a 15-second rest. Let me just start our timer and we can get going. We're gonna be starting with those plank jacks in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. During these plank jacks, I want you to make sure that your glutes aren't up to the sky or dipping down. You want to stay straight, and we want our shoulders, elbows, and wrists all aligned. If the jumping's a little bit too much, we can always just step it out. Either way, I'm sure you're gonna get the same workout. We have 10 more seconds here. Put in all you got, and in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. We have our 15-second break, so start transitioning into our penguin touches. In these penguin touches, I want you to make sure that your shoulders are staying as high as you possibly can. And let's start in 3, 2, 1, let's go. I want you to reach as far down to your foot as possible. And then the same goes to the other side. I want you to feel that contraction right here in your obliques the entire time. Keep going, we're almost there. We got 15 seconds. Anytime you need a break, lay down, breathe in for a second, and come right back up and work. Now in 3, 2, 1, relax. Now, let's start transitioning into those ski abs. Same thing goes with this. If the jumping is too much, just step it out. We're gonna start in 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. This move, I again want your contraction to feel in your core right here in the side, on your obliques. And jumping it out if you can. If this feels uncomfortable for your elbows or any part in your wrist, you can go onto your elbows here and do it to the side as well. Either way is whichever one is more comfortable for you. Let's go, 10 more seconds here. You guys are doing great. Keep pushing, and in 3, 2, 1, good job, relax. We have 15 more seconds here, and we're gonna go back into those plank jacks. This is our second time around. Second and last time in this set. And in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Same thing goes here. You can go onto your elbows if going on your wrist is uncomfortable, and you can step it out. I just want to make sure that you're feeling that contraction and tension in your core. Remember also to breathe when it's most difficult. This one, you want to make sure if you want to rest, go on your knees for a second, and then come back up and get into it. You have 3, 2, 1, good job. Take a rest. Off of those shoulders for a second, and let's get into those penguin touches. Take a breather, because we're getting into it real quickly. And in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Want to go from side to side, trying to get your chest and your shoulders as high as possible So you feel that right here in your upper abs. Let's go from side to side here. Keep pushing. We're almost there. We're more than halfway done with this set. Last time we're gonna be doing these. Remember to breathe. I don't want you holding your breath when you're up here either. And in 3, 2, 1, relax. Now we gotta turn around and do our ski abs. And that's the last one for this set, and we'll take a long break. And we're gonna be starting up in 3, 2, 1, let's go. I want you to be landing on your toes as softly as you can if you're jumping. We don't want any more tension on your knees. So land as softly as you can each time. Of course, if you don't want to jump at all, there's still the stepping out here each time. Putting that contraction right here on the side of your abs. And we got 10 more seconds to the end of the set. Let's push it. Get as many in as you can. And in 3, 2, 1, relax. That was awesome, guys. Take a big sip of water before we get into our next set. This next set is gonna be a little bit longer. We're gonna do 5 exercises and we're gonna be repeating it twice. Each exercise, we're gonna be doing it for 45 seconds with a 15-second break. The first exercise that I wanna start off with is Superman's. So what we're gonna be doing is laying on our bellies here, and we're gonna be lifting our arms and our legs like this, if we were flying in the air, and coming up and back down, just like that, strengthening our lower back. Next, we're gonna be turning it around, and we're gonna be doing what I like to call a modified crunch. Instead of having your hands up here, putting all that stress on your neck when you crunch, I want you to have your hands straight up to the sky, and you're gonna be trying to reach as high as you can each time. And if you want an extra added difficulty, you can add your legs up and try to touch them. The next move is gonna be a reverse crunch. So this move, you're gonna be back laying down, and you're gonna be lifting your hips off the floor, contracting that upper abdomen area each time, and doing it as slow as you can. Afterwards, we're gonna be still laying down, and we're gonna be doing leg lifts. Just adding on to that idea, instead of with the reverse crunch, you're gonna be lowering your legs slowly to as low as you can, and then back up. And then finally, we're gonna do what I like to call bananas, which is you just hold here like a curved banana for as long as you can, and then you come down, relax, and you get back into it. So we're gonna be starting in just a few. So take a breather, because this is a long circuit. We're gonna be starting in 10 seconds with those Supermans. So start getting on your belly and getting ready. And we're gonna be starting in 3, 2, 1, let's go. I want you to feel that contraction right here in your lower back. If any of this is uncomfortable, try doing only one. Try lifting just your legs or just your arms. You're still getting that contraction in your lower back throughout the entire thing. You want to try to lift your legs up so that none of your leg is touching the floor. And the same thing with your chest. You want to get as high as you possibly can through this. And we got 10 more seconds here. Let's push through it. And in 3, 2, 1, relax. Good job. Now let's turn onto our backs, because we're gonna be starting with that modified crunch. And we're gonna be starting in 5 seconds here, so let's get ready. And in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Make sure your hands are up, pointing to the sky, and you're lifting up as much as you can. This is not a race. I want you to try to get as strong as of a contraction as you can throughout this entire process. I don't want to get a giant number of reps in if they're not good reps. So try to make sure you're going as slow as you can and getting that contraction in. We're almost there. We got 15 more seconds here. Keep at it. You guys are probably looking awesome. Remember to take a break whenever you need. Waters whenever you need it. And in 3, 2, 1. Good job. Rest it out. Next is the reverse crunch. This one could be a little tricky. I don't want you going fast on this one either. I want you just lifting and coming down as slow as you can. So let's get started on that one. Extra help, have your hands right here on your side and come down slowly. And if you want a little added difficulty on this one, you can try to roll up with it. But I want you not to use momentum when you're doing that. I want it to be all core muscles working. So try to make it go as slow as possible. You have 15 more seconds here, let's go. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. Our next move is the leg lifts. So back on our backs, and we're gonna be lifting those legs up and down as many times as we can. We're starting in 3, 2, 1, let's go. And just during this move, I want you to make sure that your lower back never arches off the ground. I'd rather you have your legs up higher and not have that lower back arch, because if I go too low, my lower back's gonna arch and you're not working your core anymore. So make sure you keep that lower back connected to the floor the entire time. If you want to modify, you can do one leg at a time, alternating. We're almost done with this one. We have 10 more seconds here. Remember to breathe in when it's hardest and out afterwards. And in 3, 2, 1, relax. Last move of this set, the bananas, trying to hold it there as long as you can. This one's a tough one, so let's try to do this together. And in 3, 2, 1, let's go. This one, again, keep your legs up higher if you're gonna keep your legs up higher if you can keep your back connected to the floor the entire time. I want you there with your back always firmly on the floor. Come on, motivate each other, motivate the other people in the room if you have someone else. This one's hard, I know. Relax if you need a break like I just did. Take a second and get back up into it. You got 10 more seconds here. And in 3, 2, 1, relax. We're gonna take a little extra long break here of 30 seconds and then we're gonna start that whole circuit again. Take a drink of water because I know I need it. Just a reminder, we're starting with those Supermans, so we're gonna be starting on our bellies in just a second. I'm gonna give you 15 more seconds of rest, and then we're gonna get started. So make sure you're breathing in and out, trying to get that heart rate settled so we can start all over again. And we're gonna be starting in 3, 2, 1 on our stomachs with those Supermans. Remembering to contract your back when you're lifting your chest up and contract the glutes when you're lifting your legs up, making that extra contraction on your lower back. You guys are doing awesome. Keep at it. Breathe in and out during this entire process. I don't want you anytime holding your breath. And you got 15 more seconds here. Keep at it. You guys are doing awesome. And in 3, 2, 1. Good job. those 15 seconds of rest, and then we're gonna be going into our modified crunch. So make sure that you're ready to try to lift up as high as you can. And we're gonna be starting in 3, 2, 1, let's go. I want you to reach up as far up as you can. And make sure that when you come down, it's slowly. I don't want you to just fall with gravity. Come up and contract slowly down, making sure you're keeping the tension in your core as long as you can. We have 20 more seconds here. Keep pushing. We're almost there. Reach up and slowly come down. When we are relaxing in 3, 2, 1. Good job. Next is the reverse crunches. With this one, it's the same thing. I don't want you coming down with gravity. Keep that core under the tension the entire time. And we're starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. You're gonna lift up and slowly come down. Lift up and slowly come down. If you're adding that little extra difficulty, lift up, come down, and then try to sit up. Up, and then try to sit up. If not, just stay with the reverse crunch part. We're almost done. We got 15 seconds here, and that's halfway through the circuit. Keep at it. Come down as slow as you can. And remember to keep your hands here for some little extra help. And in 3, 2, 1. Good job. Next is the leg lifts. This one's difficult. If you want to modify it, do one leg at a time, alternating. And we're starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. I'm gonna do alternating because I'm feeling a little tired right now, but we gotta keep pushing through. I want you also to remember about your back staying on the contact with the mat the entire time. Keep going, you guys are doing great. We're halfway done with this round. Keep at it. You're looking awesome. Keep going. We have 10 more seconds here. If you want those last 10 seconds, do both legs. Make it a little extra hard just at the end. In 3, 2, 1. Relax. Next and final move is the bananas. Keeping that core contracted that entire time. You guys can do it. I know you can. And in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. If you want to keep your hands behind your head, it may add some help, but make sure you're not straining your neck to keep that up the entire time. Just there for comfort. Keep your legs higher up. If you want to try to keep that lower back really connected to the floor. And you guys are looking awesome. 20 more seconds. Take a breather if you need it, and then get right back into it. Pushing for 5 more seconds in 3, 2, 1. Good, and relax. Taking a longer break here because we just finished with that long set. Take a drink of water and relax. I'm gonna give you a minute break here, and we're gonna go into our last and final set right before the cool down. This set's short, it's only 2 exercises. Well, technically 1. And then we're gonna keep going, and then we're gonna repeat that 2 times, just like all the other ones. What we're gonna be doing in our last and final set is a simple plank. I want you to be planking normally, front for 30 seconds here, side, and then we're gonna go to the other side. And then we're gonna do that 2 times each side to really get our core contracted for a last final set. We got 15 more seconds in this rest, and then we're gonna get started. I'm gonna start with the one side, and then we're gonna go to the middle and then to the other side. And we're starting in 10 seconds. Get ready on your one side. And we're starting in 3, 2, 1. And lift. We want you to try to lift up as much as you can, feeling the contraction right here on the side of your core. And your your shoulder, elbow in line. I don't want you out here or inward. Right in line so that we don't put any extra strain on any joints. We have 15 more seconds here. Try to lift your hips up as much as you can. Keep going. And we're relaxing in 3, 2, 1. Good job. Now we're gonna be moving to our regular plank. If you want, you can keep on your hands or on your elbows, whichever one's more comfortable for you. And we're starting in 3, 2, 1. Making sure everything stays in line this entire time. No valleys or mountains. Staying straight, again with our elbows and our shoulders in line. And our no necks down or looking up. I want your head and neck to be in neutral spine the entire time. And we're keeping this contraction for 5 more seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Relax. Good job. Now start getting ready to go to the other side. Making sure we're working both of sides. And we're starting in 5 seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Let's go. If you want extra added difficulty, you can stack your feet. If that's a little bit too hard to balance, you can stagger them. Whichever one's more comfortable for you. I think I'm gonna stay staggered myself. And making sure we have that contraction still right here on the core and trying to lift our bodies as high up as we can. We have 10 more seconds here. And in 3, 2, 1, relax. Good job. We're gonna do that one more time, and then we're gonna cool down. So let's put all our effort into this last set. Come around to the other side of your mat to do your other side. And we're starting in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Same thing with this side. I want your shoulder and elbow right in line so that there's no possible injury here. We have 20 more seconds here. You guys are looking awesome. I want you to try to hold that contraction the entire time. Now, let's move into our normal plank. We're speeding this up around a little bit. Let's move into our normal plank so that we can finish this round and get into our cool down. We have 5 more seconds here, and we're gonna move to our other side. In 3, 2, 1. Now let's move into the other side, and then we're gonna cool down. In 3, 2, 1. The other side. Keeping this contraction for 15 seconds here. Good job. Keep at it. This is the last one. Keep at it. And in 3, 2, 1, relax. Nice job, everybody. Now let's start our cool down. For our cool down, I want you to just sit on your mat and quickly touch your toes, stretching that hamstring out. I want you to be leading with your chin, not your head. Leading with your chest the entire time. And let's do some breathing. So we're gonna breathe in and then out. In, out. Let's stand up and then just do a quick more breathing so we can finish off this workout in and out. Good job, everyone. That was a nice, good core workout. I'm so proud of how you guys did. Keep at it, and I hope to see you next week. Bye.